here's the thing. COVID is the perfect storm. COVID is the tipping point. So what is the definition of long COVID is not really COVID. COVID has come in and created a stressful attack to reactivate or wake up the sleeping giant called Epstein Barr virus. And now Epstein Barr virus is awake. And he says, what can I mess with today? And his favorite spots are the thyroid gland. And that's where he will come in and he'll attack the thyroid gland and cause thyroid disease. He'll attack the brainstem and the tracts in the spinal cord, and he will cause MS. Epstein Barr is the root cause of MS. Stop trying to cure MS. I mean, it is the root cause of MS.
MS is a symptom, but
Correct.
there's a root to that symptom, right? So a lot of things that people are being diagnosed with today and trying to treat from traditional medicine are actually symptoms, right? And they're being treated, they're trying to treat the symptoms as a root cause. And you're saying the root to a lot of causes could be Epstein Barr.
It is.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
What are side effects of Epstein Barr like?
You mean symptoms?
Symptoms.
Well, you know, once this virus comes in, if it's an all-out attack, the person will present with mono. Another thing they can present with would be thyroid disease because it loves the thyroid gland. The other place it loves is the acoustic nerve in the inner ear. It loves to come and sit on that nerve because that nerve vibrates. And it loves to sit on that nerve, and guess what? It causes tinnitus, or in Texas, tinnitus. It causes ringing in the ears. It causes dizziness, vertigo. And so people go to their ENT, and their ENT is like, oh yeah, you have Meniere's disease. No, you don't. You got Epstein Barr virus attacking your acoustic nerve. Let's kill that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds, I mean, I've seen it so much. People coming in. I used to run triathlons, marathons. We have professional athletes, Olympic athletes, business people, military, you name it, all walks of life. And they come in, they tell us, hey, I used to be able to do this, but I got sick. And ever since that sickness, I've never been able to recover. I've never been able to, never been the same. And then doing testing, further testing and diagnosis, root cause testing, a lot of patients that have the symptoms that you're describing have Epstein Barr virus.
And we have to remember 95% of the population has Epstein Barr virus. But there's this increase in presenting with what I call a reactivation of Epstein Barr. And that's where COVID comes in. So I just said, COVID, what it does is it reactivates Epstein Barr virus. It is the perfect stressor. COVID, I guess this is the perfect time for me to tell everyone what it really is. We know COVID is not a virus. It's not. When you look at COVID under a microscope, it doesn't look anything like a virus. You will not find COVID in the handbook of virology, where every other virus on the planet is. The other virus you won't find in the handbook of virology is HIV/AIDS. Why is that not in there? Why are those two viruses patented? Can't patent a virus. What's up with that? Viruses cannot be patented. There's no other virus that's patented besides COVID-19 and HIV/AIDS. So let's just say COVID is a genetically modified pathogen. Let's just call it that. A GMP.
GMP, genetic modified pathogen.
Genetically modified pathogen. That's what I've been preaching from the beginning. Here's this form of a genetically modified pathogen. And when it was designed with an affinity for the nervous system. So what does that mean? Well, it means that when that pathogen comes into the body, it knows where to go. It was designed in a lab. Okay. The other thing about COVID that people don't realize is, so most viruses what will happen to them over time is they mutate. Okay. And so with COVID.
What's that mean when they mutate?
They change.
Are they changing throughout the body?
They're adapting to their environment.
Adapting to the environment.
Yeah, they're adapting to their environment. And so what's happened with COVID is it has rapidly mutated. People, all the doctors will say that. It rapidly mutates, which is why it's like nearly impossible to find a vaccine that actually tames it.
Yeah.
Because it's so rapid at its mutation. Well, it's because it's not following the laws of virology. It's not mutating like a virus does because it's not a virus. It was created in a lab. And so when it was designed in the lab, it was designed with an affinity for the nervous system. But back in the days when COVID was being dispersed through the airways, it was different. Like Jake's coughing on Sammy, Sammy's sneezing on Jimmy, and you were passing COVID back and forth through respiratory droplets. And so that's why at that time, it worked great to do a nasopharyngeal swab, where they put it in there and they tickle your brain. That worked because COVID was passed through respiratory droplets. But nowadays it's not. It's passed through surfaces and door handles and dirty toilet seats. Once again, we even find it in vaginal secretions. COVID, when it first came out, I mean, that's why it was so rapidly spread. If I did a COVID test today, after presenting with COVID symptoms, it probably would be negative because I got it from a doorknob and I'm not able to test it with a nasopharyngeal swab. So here's the thing that people don't know and is very scary is that when it was designed in the lab, it's designed to go straight to the amygdala, which is the fear center part of the brain. As it transmits up into the brainstem, it can seed in the olfactory bulb, which is the taste and smell center part of the brain. It was designed to go there. It doesn't just arbitrarily go there. No, it has a direct command from the creator to go to that area, which is why thousands upon tens and thousands of people lose their taste and smell.